Good evening, class. This is Miss Bell, and this is finally week 8. So I wanted to make a video and speak with you guys this evening about the work that you're going to be doing in this final week. So let's just cover some of the highlights, okay? Next week is a short week, and you'll submit your final essay, which is a reflective essay, in which you will reflect on your understanding of the writing process and cite examples from your own work in English 122, drafts of essays, journals, discussion posts, in order to explain how your writing process has evolved as a result of the course and how you expect to use the writing process in future studies. This essay will be 2 to 4 pages long, not including a cover page, double-spaced, use 12-point Times New Roman font, and standard 1-inch margins following MLA or APA conventions. Okay, so we're going to take a brief look at some information from the guidelines and rubric for this final essay. Okay, your final essay should reflect on your thought process, assess your experience, and provide evidence from your own writing and unique point of view on composing to clearly communicate to your audience what you have learned during the term. Before you start to compose the final project, carefully consider the writing process. Okay, so when we had our discussion last week about the writing process, a lot of you guys focused on organizing and didn't talk a whole lot about brainstorming, generating ideas, or revising and editing. Okay, these are other steps in the writing process. Now, throughout the course of the 8 weeks that we've been together, we have walked you through the stages of the writing process twice on your 2 big milestone assignments. So the purpose of these stages of the writing process is to help you guys learn to tackle your projects a little at a time, using time management, okay, so that you're not waiting until the last minute and trying to get everything done in just a day or two. So again, we're going to go through those stages of the writing process here in your prompt, all right? Brainstorming a topic to outlining, drafting, editing, and revising a completed essay. So your reflective essay that you're writing for next week, which is due on Tuesday, okay, that is going to utilize and discuss all of those stages of the writing process and not just organizing, okay? Getting back to the prompt. If ideas in the e-learning text relate to points that the final essay addresses, mention them. So we want you guys to cite your e-learning textbook, okay? If feedback from a classmate in a discussion helped you compose a journal or essay, cite the comment and explain the influence it had on you. Consider whether writing a journal for the course led to a realization that helped you with an essay. If it did, describe the insight and explain the difference it made on how you drafted or revised the essay. Writing the first and final drafts of your narrative essay and persuasive essay provided you with chances to practice and to improve your writing process, which will be the focus of this final essay. What skills grew with these exercises? What did you discover about the writing process as you worked on the exercises? What useful feedback did the instructor offer during the process? How did you apply it to improve the essay or to build on your writing? Okay, now, as we talk about this, basically what we're doing is asking you guys to write an essay, okay, that reflects back on the other assignments that you've had through the course and how you have applied the stages of the writing process to each of those projects, okay? So again, brainstorming, outlining or organizing, drafting, editing, and revising, each of these being a separate stage, okay? And we want you to talk about your assignments literally, directly, and explicitly. Bring in examples of your work, okay? Bring in examples from your textbook. Bring in examples from discussion boards, from my feedback, and actually write about that in your paper, okay? Now, I'm going to take a little jump down in the prompt in the guidelines and rubric, okay? This is the 4th paragraph down on the page. Remember that full formal citation format, in-text references, and documentation in an appropriate section at the end of the essay is required for references to outside sources, works that were not written for the course. Paraphrasing, quoting, and mentioning others' ideas means acknowledging the sources and not representing their ideas or concepts as your own original thoughts or work. Now, for some reason, when students have been given this assignment, A lot of times they think that they have to cite themselves in their paper in such a way where they're using like in-text citation and a works cited list for themselves and their own essays, and that's not correct. We're asking you to cite outside material, so things that were not written by you for this class, okay? Let me give you a good example, which is also found in the prompt, on how to include what your peers may have said or some of your own writing, okay? An example is, in the discussion, John said he liked my idea for a story about finding my dog better than the story about me becoming enlightened. So I decided to write about the dog. Okay, that's all you have to do. You don't have to use parentheses or anything crazy like that. When you bring in your own writing, you can simply say, in essay number 2, I wrote, and use quotation marks and give me that section of your essay, okay? So as far as citation goes, you don't have to formally, according to APA or MLA, use in-text citation for myself, for your peers, or for your own writing, and you don't have to give a works cited list for myself, for your peers, or your own writing, but you do have to cite your textbook or any other e-learning resources that I provided you with that are outside sources from the class, okay? Be sure when you have this prompt open for your final project that you scroll down and take a look at the chart and see what kind of points are assessed to what sections of this assignment, okay? Other things happening this week. We have an optional discussion going on, all right? And in this module, reading and reflection days occur at the end of the week on Thursday and Friday. Please use this time to catch up on any outstanding assignments and identify any possible steps necessary to achieve your goals before the last week of the term begins. Over the course of this week, please catch up on any outstanding revisions or submissions. Okay, you guys had a persuasive essay due last night at midnight. Last night, Sunday, August 30th at midnight. The majority of you have not yet turned that in. You need to get that to me as soon as possible. That's a 200-point project, okay? And if you don't turn that in, chances of success in the course drop by basically 2 letter grades, all right? With this final assignment, the reflective essay, which is going to be due next week, okay, that is also worth quite a bit of points. So you want to make sure to do your very, very best on this reflective essay. So what I want to see happening over the next couple of days is everybody submitting their persuasive essay. I'm going to get caught up on all of the grading for you guys. Any additional assignments you have not yet turned in, I want you to get to me, okay? If there's a project you have done that required a first draft and a revision, please do not submit the same assignment twice, okay? Send me the first draft as soon as possible. Give me a chance to send you feedback, revise, and then submit the final draft, okay? And remember that the one thing that I cannot allow you an extension on is the discussion boards. So if you have not participated in any of our discussion boards, the chance to do that has passed, okay? I cannot allow you to go back and make those up. That would be as if you walked into class 30 minutes after it was over and everybody else had left, okay? No point in doing that. We can't allow you to make those up. However, other assignments, yes, please get those caught up and get them into me as soon as possible, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and remember my Skype office hours, Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday is from noon to 1. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday is from 6 to 7 Central Standard Time, and Thursday is from noon to 1 Central Standard Time, okay? So pop into Skype and let me know if you have any questions, all right? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm looking forward to catching up with all of you guys and your work over the course of this week. And if you have any questions, all right, please drop me a line. You guys have a good evening. Thank you.